Hello, I'm Joshikins, and welcome to another little vlog review. This time of the Extant episode, Cracking the Code. Now, at the end of last episode, it was like, oh my god, was the governor dude, aka Shepard, dead? And it turns out that Shepard had been wearing a bullet vest, probably because he was smart enough to go, yeah, this shit happened with my guys, I'm not really going to take that much of a chance. And so he was like, yay, he's alive. And yeah, his first name is Tobias, so his name is Tobias Shepard. I don't like to call anyone Tobias, but Tobias from Animorphs. Or actually, I think the heart's like right here. This is really fucking awkward. And so yeah, that was, so yay, he's alive, but you know, it's, I've seen him in The Walking Dead. I also saw in the Doctor Who episode he was in, and where he could actually use his British voice. And you know, I'm just so used to thinking of him as the governor. And like, I just can't wait till he starts to be an opposing force to Molly. And I think it was the preview for next episode that was like, okay, there is my governor. Yes. Molly has become sort of horny. You know, with scenes making her promiscuous. She nearly does the dirty with JD, which, you know, is pretty good looking. So, but it's like, why is she so horny? But I think it's really, the answer is that that's what the alien disease is doing to her. I think this was sort of before, you know, her encounter with her full-grown son. And it makes sense because the disease that her son is spreading around, I think it was this episode or last episode, they mentioned that the disease sort of had no male or female, so females could probably be the carriers just as easily as males. So what she's doing is probably every guy she's sleeping with is getting her an alien STD. And so I don't know if she becomes pregnant, will she also get the child bursting from her chest? But it's just, her horniness at least has a reason. It's to help spread the disease, help the alien take over. So yeah, that was, she's just becoming very much out of it, but she's like, I don't want to go to a psychiatrist. And I can definitely, even though if you asked me, oh, I'd feel nervous about seeing a therapist, I'm like, fucking person up and just go. Because none of us like going to a therapist. I have gone to therapy for a while. I probably, now that I'm in SSI and my like health insurance has changed, I probably need to look up about my therapist. So I probably should see him again every now and again. But Molly herself is in a totally different situation than me or you. Hopefully. The thing is, bad shit happened to her and then she was locked away. Which, you know, didn't help her mental stability at all. Yeah, just going, you need to see a therapist every now and again would be like, okay. But things were twisted around, so yeah, her not wanting to go to a therapist or a psychiatrist or whatever is totally normal. You know, but it's just like, hopefully they figure out what's going on for too long. And And I believe it was last vlog, I was like, I would really hope for Lucy to be evil. And this episode, she, talks to Ethan like maybe rules are meant to be broken, helping him with his own search. So you could read it as, oh, she's just being helpful. She's seen another robot. But then at the end she says, you're right, it worked. Now let's go back to the events of this episode concerning her. She told Ethan, the rules are made to be broken instead of, stay here, which caused him to go out, which caused her and Charlie, is his name Charlie? I'm going to call him Charlie right for here until I figure out his damn name. Her and Charlie go out looking for him. And so, oh my god, she just has to make a split-second decision and to attack without going through the proper protocols. And lo and behold, at the end, she's like, maybe I just work better when I can actually think, when I can actually feel, what I actually need to do. I can't be limited in any way, shape, or form. And Charlie, of course, is feeling a little let down from Julie, the cunt. And so, and with that of his life actually being probably saved, or at least a lot more enjoyable, he goes, yeah, sure, programming changes were made. So who was Lucy working for? Would it be... There was like an anti-technology group. Could that anti-technology group be working with this robot, with Lucy? Because if they can prove humanics are totally dangerous, look what the fuck they can do, then like their side could win. And plus Lucy herself is still sort of a child. And once you give something artificial intelligence, once you can give it the ability to feel, to expect it not to feel is sort of a little insane. It's going to feel, it's going to react, it doesn't want to be limited. I mean, do you or me want to be limited? Like some of us to say, okay, we're going to make sure you can't do this or that. So yeah. Who is Lucy working for? Maybe it's for the government. Maybe it's for the part... I think something happened with Ethan at the end of season 1. And so what if part of his evolved brain is out there and is saying, Lucy, you should do this or that. Who knows? And my final thoughts on the Extant episode, Cracking the Code. It was good. I like to see Lucy becoming more evil, even if I don't like it, if I want it. The governor dude seems to actually be being more of an antagonist, which doesn't exactly mean bad guy. But who knows? And this is my final vlog of the night. I've done like 4 others before this. Oh my god, I'm trying to think. But anyways, it was good. The daughter's subplot was resolved nice and quickly, unless there's like something they forgot or looked over. And if you have any question or comments about the Extant episode Cracking the Code, I would love to hear about them. And I have been Jashikins, owner at jashikins.blogspot.com. If you go to my blog, you can see vlog reviews like these. I should have a written review of Dune, the Volturian Jihad by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson out soon, maybe next week sometime. And if you go on my sidebar thingy, there are the other places I am on the web, and you can go there and say hi. And the dragon on the sidebar has been named by Jackerly77. He's the owner of a good YouTube channel. He's very informative. If there's some down in a story, he will look things over before actually reporting it. There's a few times on the podcast I co-host with him where he says just on air, I'm just going to think this thing through, but then afterwards he might actually tell me what he thinks of the issue currently. And if you want to go to his YouTube channel, the link underneath the dragon, just click on Druckerly77 and ta-da. And if you don't want to go to my blog just to go to another YouTube channel, there's going to be a link in the description to there, so yay! And finally, if you have been watching my YouTube channel, my blog and whole, so you know the vlogs, the videos, the fan fictions, the original series, the Animorphs reread, and everything else. And I've been reading this all and watching, and I really want to support her. Don't worry, I have a way for you to do so. If you go to my blog, on the sidebar, there's links to donate. PayPal donation link. There's a link to Cafe Press Shop, and there's a link to my Fiverr account if you go to Writing Shop. And if you want to get to my Fiverr account, it's also in the link of this YouTube video. So, hey. And on Fiverr, I will write stuff for you. So if you want an evil Lucy fic, I'm here for you. If you want me to edit your evil Lucy fic, I'm here for you. And after my short little hiatus caused by my fiance coming over, shortly followed by two of my family members, I will be starting a voice acting gig where I'll reading stuff like parts of your Evil Lucy fan fiction, and more details will be in the gig itself when that gets up. And until next video, goodbye.